There are 4 hidden features that a lot of Toyota hybrid owners and drivers don't know about or don't even use. In this video, I'm going to review each and every one of them and explain to you how they can change the way you drive your Toyota hybrid. Let's get right into it. Now, I'm going to actually de-mic myself to give you the full experience of what I'm talking about because, all right, there we go. I'm de-mic'd because my mic has a muffle on it and it kind of reduces a lot of the sound, but I want you guys to hear what I'm talking about. So one of the first features is the hold brake button. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, in your late model Toyota hybrid vehicle, you've got 2 buttons that look like this. They're generally somewhere in your center console or near your shifter area. Now, I'm not talking about this one. This is your electronic parking brake, very easy to use. You just put your foot on the brake and you pump it upwards, and that will engage your electronic parking brake. And to disengage it, you just keep your foot on the brake or press the brake and press down, and it will take off your e-brake. Now, I'm talking about this hold button here. Let me explain exactly what it does and how it benefits a Toyota hybrid. Now, let's say that you're in stop and go traffic, whether it's on the highway, the freeway, or in city driving, and you constantly have to make frequent stops, whether they last, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, whatever it is, and you manually keep and put your foot on the brake. While tiny little adjustments in your braking style or as you're braking in your Toyota hybrid vehicle confuses the system as to what you need to do. If you need to use your electric motor, stop the vehicle, use your combustion engine to get going. And over time, if you're constantly driving in stop and go traffic day in, day out, if you don't use this button, it will actually cost you a bit more money in fuel. Let me explain exactly how this button works. For example, everyone, if you didn't already know, if you're completely stopped in your Toyota hybrid vehicle, even if you're in park, there are many different reasons why your powertrain would send a signal to your gasoline combustion engine to start going and running, even though you're not moving. And if you guys want to know a little bit more in depth about specific hybrid information, grab a copy of a free 50-page hybrid ebook guide that I'll leave linked in the description below. And if you're already a Toyota hybrid owner and you want more specific information, like a few checklists that you can go by and reference, consider purchasing the Toyota hybrid ebook toolkit guide. And if you appreciate content like this, consider subscribing to the Toyota World YouTube channel. It would really mean a lot to me. Okay, so I am completely stopped. I'm in park, and I'm gonna actually flip the camera so you guys can hear and listen to the engine, that it's completely off. And then I'm gonna do something while I'm parked, and you're gonna see that the gasoline combustion engine is going to turn on even though I'm not moving. All right, now my foot is not on the brake and not on the throttle either. I'm still in park, but let's hear this. The engine is now completely off, and check this out. So that sound at the end was the gasoline combustion engine turning and starting on and starting to burn fuel. And all I did was I turned on the air conditioning. So while you're in park in your Toyota hybrid, or you're braking or stopped, there are still many reasons why your gasoline engine will start running, which is why you want to use this hold brake button as often as possible to try to reduce your gasoline engine from running so often. Take a look. All right, little demonstration here. I'm gonna actually put this vehicle into drive, move it forward ever so slightly, just to show you how and what this hold button does. So when you go ahead and press the accelerator to drive the vehicle, and then you come to a stop. Now, yes, my foot's on the brake, but if this is constantly happening, the engine may still run like I mentioned. So press this button here, and what it does is you will see this icon turn on, which is your hold function, and it forces the gasoline combustion engine to stay off. Now, this definitely helps over days, weeks, and months of constant stop and go traffic to help you save fuel. Once you're done with that feature, it's very simple. All you got to do is hit your accelerator and start going. You don't have to do anything in terms of buttons or controls. You literally just start driving as if you would have in the first place. Now you might ask, why did I just put my seatbelt on for that quick little demonstration? I only moved the vehicle like 15 feet. You have to have your seatbelt on in order to use that feature. Otherwise, the hold brake button or feature will not work. You also don't need to press this button every time you come to a stop. Once you press it and engage it, it stays on for the duration of your trip. So every time you brake, your gasoline engine will guaranteed shut off and stay off until you press the accelerator again. How cool and how smart. Now the next feature would have to be the EV button that I want to explain to you. Now not every Toyota hybrid has this, but definitely EVs have this, of course, but most importantly, plug-in hybrids have this. If you're driving a Toyota RAV4 Prime, Prius Prime, a plug-in hybrid Toyota has an EV button, and you want to use it as frequent and as often as you can. The EV button, so you know, allows you to run fully on electric powertrain for as long as you can. Why do I say as long as you can? Well, you can only use the EV function and EV button if you're in ideal circumstances, which means you have to have an optimal amount of battery level and battery charge. If you have only 25% battery charge, most likely you cannot use the EV button. Also, when it's drastically cold outside, or I believe drastically hot, I have to check on that, you may not have access to that EV button and EV function, and you may have to drive it like a regular hybrid, which means using your gasoline combustion engine sometimes, which is why it's important if you're buying a plug-in hybrid, make sure you have the right type of equipment at your workplace, at home, whatever the case is, to make sure you can always get a charge. Okay, third feature on the list that I want to talk about in a Toyota hybrid is actually a very simple one that you probably didn't realize mattered in a Toyota hybrid, and that is your heated seats and your heated steering wheel, or even your ventilated seats if you have them, like what I have in this Platinum Toyota 4Runner hybrid. Let me explain exactly why this is important to understand how it works when you have a hybrid powertrain. So when you use your heat or your air conditioning, those two components are tied to your gasoline combustion engine, which is why, like when I showed you earlier, when I flicked on and turned on the AC, after a second, the gasoline engine turned on. So this is true for both heat and air conditioning. So when you can, you want to try to reach the ideal temperature in your cabin with other ways. For example, items like your heated steering wheel, your heated seats, your ventilated seats don't run off your gasoline combustion engine and wouldn't trigger it to turn on and start running. These kind of features and components run strictly on your 12-volt battery. So when you hop into the interior of your Toyota hybrid, whether it's blaring hot or whether it's incredibly cold like how it gets here in Canada, try if you can to first start to reach the temperature you want or the comfort level you want using one of these other features. And then of course, if you can, or if you need to, use your air conditioning, use your heat. Just know that you're going to be running your gasoline combustion engine when really you might not need to be. My fourth and final feature of what I believe a lot of Toyota hybrid owners don't realize they have access to and don't use, and you really should, is your energy flow monitor. Most modern day or late model Toyota hybrids, even ones from early or mid 2000s, have something like this. And what it is, it's a screen or a monitor that displays exactly what's going on with your Toyota hybrid powertrain system as you're driving it. So it tells you and shows you when you're using regenerative braking, when you're using your gasoline combustion engine, when you're using both your electric motors and your gasoline combustion engine, when battery levels are going low or going high. And this is basically like your internal Toyota hybrid driving instructor. And if you spend at least a couple of days watching this and turning it on as you're using your Toyota hybrid and driving it, I guarantee you will subconsciously learn how to more efficiently use and drive your Toyota hybrid, especially if you're trying to save fuel. Now, I'll stop you for just a second. Unfortunately, the powertrains like this iForce and the 26 4Runner Platinum doesn't really have an energy flow monitor. It has something similar, which is like this. It just kind of shows you the battery levels or battery health, overall charging of your hybrid high voltage battery, but it doesn't really show you any indication of what's going on. But if you own a Toyota RAV4 hybrid, a Highlander hybrid, a Prius, you will have an energy flow monitor, and you can usually access it within your multimedia in the display settings. So make sure to check that out. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video topic and review. I hope you learned at least one thing with how your Toyota hybrid vehicle functions and these hidden features that help you operate it properly while still maintaining and saving money on fuel. If you did, smash this video with a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.